Hey, potential Go Kid teachers. Teacher Holly here with 7 great tips to help you nail your demo lesson. If you have made it this far, meaning you have applied and GoGoKid has accepted that, you have passed, they've invited you now to do your demo lesson. Congratulations. That's awesome. Now, take these 7 things I'm going to teach you and nail that demo. This is your chance to really wow them. You have your foot in the door through your application and your credentials. Now it's time to really make them want to hire you. And you want to do a good job because a huge portion of what determines your pay happens right then in that interview. So, be ready for it. I have 7 tips. This is video 1. I'm splitting it into 2 parts because it's some good information. Video 1, we're going to cover the first 4. For this final 3 plus some bonus content, check out video number 2 down in the comments below. But let's get started. If you're ready, grab a pencil, grab a notebook, and let's take some notes. Or, if you're listening to this while you're cooking dinner, you can watch it again. But here's the deal. Learn this stuff. It works. I have interviewed with 2 online ESL companies. I have been hired at both. I've also researched this, talked to other teachers, and I can tell you these things work. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, make sure you show energy, but also speak slowly. Let's talk about the energy part first. Here's the deal. This is kind of like a weird thing we've got going on. It's a little bit of an unusual job. You are teaching English to non-native speakers 2, 3, 4,000 miles away from where you are, and you are teaching them on a 2-dimensional digital platform. That is tricky. Here's another factor. A lot of these students, a lot of these classes, while they may be most of the time early morning for you, for them, they are in the evening. So for instance, some of my students it is 9:30 at night for them. These kids have been at school all day long. They came home, they practiced the piano, maybe they went to karate, they did this, and this, and this, and then at 9:30 at night, they're sitting like this, watching me teach. And they go like this. So if I'm, hello, welcome, let's learn English. That is not going to work. If you are the serene, mellow type of person, awesome. I wish I was a little bit more like you, but you can't be that. You need to be more energetic. I'm not saying you need to be Jim Carrey over the top, but you need to show some energy. And I do have some bad news. If you are naturally an introvert like me, you might find this difficult, but the good news is you actually might find it kind of easier because introverts, we like our space. And right now, I am sitting at home talking on a screen. That doesn't hurt my introvert meter all that much. So pull up that energy, make this more active. Use facial expressions, move away, move toward the camera, everything you can do to bring energy to what you're doing. But at the same time, you also need to speak slowly. Not how I am speaking on this video right now. You need to speak slowly. I want you to put yourself in their shoes. Pretend you're walking into a classroom and you are so excited. You are getting ready to become bilingual and you are going to learn a language, and in walks the teacher, and the teacher stands in front of you, and with a big smile he or she starts rattling out a bunch of Mandarin super fast, and then when she is done she goes, and you're like, awkward. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to read? Am I supposed to sit down? Am I supposed to applaud? Am I supposed to go get a hot dog? I have no idea. Awkward. Awkward. For sure. That's how these kids feel. So we have to speak very slowly. Here's a really golden tip for you. At the interview with GoGoKid, at the beginning, it's a little bit of dialogue back and forth with the interviewer. They're going to ask you some questions. That you will find all of that in another video down below. Check it out. But they will ask you some questions and then they will say, "Are you ready?" You say, "Yes, I'm ready." And they'll say, "You may begin when you're ready." And that's when you go into, "Okay, now I'm teaching the class mode." And they go into, "Okay, now I'm a 5 or 6 year old student pretending to be that student. So go." Can I tell you something? If you, in your normal speed of voice for your interview, then switch that and go slower once it's time to start the demo lesson, they will notice that. They will pick up on the fact that you deliberately slowed down your rate of speech for the teaching portion. That will impress them. So lots of energy and speak slowly. Tip number 2. Those were good right there. Tip number 2, make sure you nail your hello and your goodbye. Here's what I mean by that. Your GoGoKid interviewer, they know that the hello quite possibly is the most important part of the class time. Here's why. That hello is when you build rapport with your student, when you build that relationship. You let the student know that you are interested in them. Here's the temptation in our classrooms, but especially in the demo video, the demo interview. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The temptation is to be like, "I'm so nervous. Let's just start. Let's get this going. All right, letter A, go," and start. No, 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 no. Take some time. So when the interviewer says, "I'm going to be a 5-year-old Chinese student. Are you ready?" And you say, "Yes, I'm ready." Don't just launch into the lesson. Take some time. "I'm going to demonstrate this for you. Are you ready? Copy this." You ready? Here we go. Wait, time out. Let's pretend like the interviewer told you beforehand at the beginning of the interview that her name was Anna. And by the way, a lot of times the Chinese students use English names, which is helpful. Sometimes they don't, and I'm not going to lie, that's tricky. But your interviewer probably will to help you out. So let's say she tells you her name is Anna. So you know her name. Remember that. Here we go. Hello. My name is Teacher Holly. What's your name? Anna. Nice to meet you, Anna. Anna, my name is Anna. Good. Anna, how old are you? I am 5 years old. I am 5 years old. Good. Anna, are you ready? Yes, let's go. Click, and you go to the next slide. That's how you do your hello. Now notice right off from the top, I am speaking slowly. I have energy. I'm leaning forward and coming back. I'm shrugging. I'm doing all sorts of things. I've got a big smile on my face the whole time. And I am asking lots. Well, actually, it wasn't lots. It was 2 questions. 3 questions. Are you ready? I'm asking her name and I'm asking her age. I'm also correcting her from the very beginning. So when I say, "What is your name?" And she says, "Anna," like, "Oh, good job, Anna. My name is Anna." Go. Then I say, "How old are you?" And she says, "6." I say, "I am 6 years old." I pretended like her response was, "I 6 years old." I am 6 years old. That's what you do. Your interviewer is going to be trying to catch you, and the interviewer is going to deliberately make mistakes to see if you catch them. So listen carefully. The temptation is to be so locked onto our script, so locked onto what comes next that we're not actually listening, and they're going to be checking for that. So really, really listen and establish that rapport at the beginning. That hello sets the tone for the whole lesson. The second half of that is actually at the end, the goodbye, and it's very similar. Trust me, when you get to the end of those slides, especially not only just in a classroom, but especially in your demo, when you get to the end, you're kind of like, oh, thank goodness that's over. And you want to just book out of there. No, 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 no. Take your time. Here's another little golden tip for you. When you get to the goodbye slide, I want you to pretend that you are very disappointed. This is great. Watch this. Okay, let me demonstrate. So I clicked, it's the goodbye slide, and I go, Anna, goodbye, Anna. I will see you next time. Goodbye. Goodbye, Anna. Goodbye. Click. Now, lest you feel like you're in a pageant, you are. Don't rush that goodbye. Don't act like you're trying to get out of there. Trust me, you're going to feel rushed, especially once you're hired and you're in the classroom and you know you have another student waiting exactly 90 seconds away in another digital classroom. You're going to feel rushed. Don't act like it. Take your time. That student is very, very important. And I'm not just saying act like the student is very important. The student is very important. Number one, because they are human, so they should matter to you. Number two, they are a child, so they should doubly matter to you. But number three, this is a paying human. The human's parents have paid good money for this, and you are getting paid by the company to be interested. So be interested. Build that rapport. That hello and that goodbye, crucial in your interview. All right, step number 3, use simple language. Now in the ESL world, we say this, no incidental language. Here's what I mean by that. Americans, we like to use lots of words. Or maybe it's just me, but we like to use lots of words. For instance, when I tell my son to take out the trash, I say, Micah, can you please get the trash, pull it out of the can, go walk it out to the garage, put it in the black trash can, make sure you don't spill anything, ew, yuck, get it in there, make sure the lid is on tight, and then come back in, and could you please replace the trash can liner, and then we're good. And then, of course, I have to ask him 1,700 more times. But that's how it goes. In simple language, without any incidental language, I would say, Micah, trash, and that's it. Maybe that would be good parenting too. But anyway, that's what you would say. So when you are giving instructions to your students, when you are teaching, no incidental language. If you're asking your student to read, Anna, please read the paragraph. Let's see how you do. No. Anna, read. And that's it. Very, very simple. This is tricky, I'm not going to lie, because like I said, we're used to talking a lot. So cut out that incidental language. Practice this a lot. Give me a call. We will connect and I will watch you on video and we'll practice that. And I will help you cut out that incidental language. Work with someone else. Try to practice it. Get rid of it. You don't want to do that. Your interviewer is going to be looking for that. It's going to be listening for incidental language. So keep it simple. Tip number 4, synthetic phonics. What on earth is synthetic phonics? I'm telling you, I'm a former credentialed kindergarten teacher. I had no idea what the word synthetic phonics is. That's pretty bad. That probably says more about me than kindergarten. But anyway, I didn't know what this meant. Here's what it means. When we are learning English or we're speaking English to native speakers, meaning people who grew up here in America or Canada, we don't necessarily have to think about this as much. For instance, when I teach a child to read here in English, I would say, M says M, A says A, P says P. And I say, here's the word map, and they read map, right? But if I do that same thing to a non-native speaker and I say M says M, A says A, P says P, and they say, and I say read this word, they go ma'apa. Oh, that's not the word. Synthetic phonics is a very, very careful attention to the ending of consonants. So M does not say M, M says mm. A says A, P does not say P, P says P. Almost like a puff, puff of air. So when you're teaching that, you have to be very, very careful. Your interviewer gonna be looking for this because they know that these Chinese students are going to repeat it exactly the way you say it. So if you accidentally say "buh" instead of "b," they will catch that. So practice this. Let me give you some tips. Here's what you want to do. You want to make sure the tricky consonants like B, M, P, D, L, it's not L, it's O. All of those tricky consonants, practice those. Practice those a lot. Practice them in your regular speech, actually. And also check out other videos on YouTube. I can tell you there are some great videos out there that teach synthetic phonics in really, really, really clear ways. So work on that. Your interviewer will be watching. Okay, so tips number 1 through 4. Show energy, speak slowly. Nail your hello and your goodbye. Make sure you use simple language and watch your synthetic phonics. Those are tips 1 through 4. Check out the next video for the next 3 tips plus 2 bonus things that will take your interview, your demo, everything to the next level. If you would like more one-on-one help, I would love to help you. I have been hired at GoGoKid. I know how this works. If you use my referral code, which is down below, you can either apply through my link or you can use my code in that process. I will set up a one-on-one video chat with you. We can talk about all of this. We can talk about your interview. We can talk about how to set up your classroom. We can talk about how to set up for good bookings, all of that stuff. I would love to help you. It's not just that I want to get the credit from your referral code, although I won't lie, it's nice. But I genuinely want to help you. This has been a blessing to me, and I would love for it to be a blessing for you too. I love GoGoKid. I know you will too. So use my referral code below, and don't forget to watch part 2 of this video for the next 3 tips. These are really, really good. And again, there's more bonus content because I'm all about the bonus content. Okay, that's it. See you in the next video. Happy teaching. Bye.